So, welcome back to our playlist of Python programming, where we are learning Python from basics to the advanced level. This is Shreya Keshri, and I will be helping you in understanding all the concepts in these videos. This is the eighth video of our series where we are covering strings in Python. We have already covered the basic information about strings in Python, but now we are going to master the string creation, indexing, slicing operation, and the built-in method that strings is provided in Python. That are provided in Python. So yeah. In the previous topic, we have learned about the functions and the lambda function. We learned about recursion, and we also learned about the math module, and from where we can get mathematical function and trigonometric tool as well. So these were all the topics that we learned in the last video of our playlist. In this video, we are going to understand how we can create a string, how we can define a string using single, double, or triple quotes effectively. Then we will understand um, how we can access a particular character inside the string using positive or negative indexing. We will also understand how we can slice a string and extract substring with start, stop, and step parameters. Then we will learn how we can perform string operations such as concatenation, repetition, membership operators. So this is what we are going to use. And we will also understand what are the built-in methods in string that is used in searching, checking, and formatting method. Okay. So this is what our learning outcomes will be for this video. So let us start. So yeah. First of all, we need to understand what strings are. So the definition says that a string in Python is an immutable sequence of characters enclosed within a quotation mark. So whenever we see that there are characters written inside the quotation marks, then we will say that it is a string. And string is a data type. Basically, string are the data type that is the immutable sequence of character enclosed inside the quotation marks. So Python treats single quotes and double quotes identically. So it doesn't matter if you are writing single quote or double quotes, it will be same. What matters is that there should be quotation marks and there should be a list or the sequence of character inside those quotation marks. Then we will say that this is a string. Okay. Now we have to learn creating string. How we create string. So the first method is using single or double quotes. Yes, this is how we write string or sentences whenever we have to write a single line string. Then we will use double or single quotes. But if we have to write the multiple line strings, then we have to use triple quotes. Yeah. So there are two ways of writing string here. Either we can write it for single line or we can write multiple line string or doc strings. For single line string or sentences, we use single or double quotes. But if there are multiple lines, then we will use triple quotes here. So these are the two ways of creating string. So yeah, if I will try to show you here. The first way of writing a string is this. This is the first way of writing a string. This is the one word string, or I can say it is a single line string only. So I have used single quotes. I can also use double quotes for the same process. Whenever we have to write single word or a single line, then we can also use double quotes. But if I want to use if I need to write multiple lines, then I have to use triple quotes here. So yeah, I will write this is multi-line string. So then I will have to use this triple quotes. Now I will print A and I'll print B and I'll print C. So this is how it gets print. A is responding to Shreya, B prints B, Mayank, and C prints this is multi-line string. So for printing multi-line string, we use triple quotes, and for single line, we use either singular quotes or double quotes. So this is the ways of creating strings. Then we have key string properties. What are the properties of string? The first one is that they are ordered. Characters maintain a fixed positional sequence starting from index 0. That means that if I will consider a simple string, let us consider um, hello. So this is the string, right? So here each of the characters in this string is getting an index. It is storing in an order which does matter here. H is getting stored in the zeroth index, then E on the first index, L in the second, this L in the third, and 0 on the fourth index. That means that the characters maintains a fixed positional sequence starting from index 0. We are starting from index 0, and all the characters are coming in a positional sequence, i.e. the orders matter. Hence we say that strings are ordered. The next thing is that they are immutable. Elements cannot be modified in place after string creation. What does it mean? So what does it mean? It says that the elements cannot be modified in place after string creation. So if I will write the if I create this string and I store it in a variable, then the elements cannot be modified in place. This, if I then want to change a particular element inside it, then it can't be changed. Hence, they are called immutable. Support index and slices. Since we learned that there is a positional sequence by which the elements are arranged, hence we can directly access a character or a substring also. So this makes indexing and slicing easy in string. And string also allows duplicate, as the same character can occur as many times as we want in a single string. For example, in this string, L is occurring twice. So it doesn't matter, duplicates are allowed in string. These are the key string properties. These are the properties that you need to remember. The first one is that it is ordered. The second one is it is immutable. The third one is that it supports indexing and slicing. And the fourth one is that it allows duplicates. Yeah, coming up to the next one, we have positive string slicing. So we have to first understand how the indexing works in Python. So Python assigns a zero-based position index to each character from left to right. So it will start from left and it will move toward the right side. And for each character, it provides a zero-based position index. So what does the zero-based position index means? It means that the indexing or the position will start from 0 itself. It won't be starting from 1. So it will start from 0. And for each position, we are going to provide an index to that character. So P is on the 0th position. Then we have Y for and we assign it for the first position. Then for the second position we have T. Then third position we have H. Fourth position we have O. And on fifth position we have N. So from left to right we are providing a zero-based position index to each character. And we use this position index when we have to do the indexing or slicing. Now, if I tell you the negative string indexing, in the previous example that we saw here, we used positive string indexing. What does it mean? We would start from 0 and we were going in the increasing order, we were incrementing it. So this was positive string indexing. We were increasing the value one by one. But in the case of the negative string indexing, what we are going to do is that we are starting from the rightmost character and we start from -1. Then we progressively go in the descending order. So first we use -1, then -2, then -3, -4, -5, -6. So the negative indexing counts backward from the rightmost character starting at -1. So this is what negative string indexing is. So why is it useful? So the negative indexing allows effortless access to the last character without needing to calculate total string length. String -1. Yeah. So we do not have to count the whole length of the string whenever I want to access to the last character. So what this sentence means is that if I want to access this letter N, I do not have to count the index of the last character. I do not need the length of this string to know that yes, on this string, in this AND index, this letter will be present. If there will be only this positive string indexing, and then I would ask what is the position of n, then we will start counting from here. You will be counting 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you will know that on 5 n is present. So you have to know the entire length of the string, so to know what is the last position or last index. Yes, but if I provide you with the negative string, you do not have to count the whole elements. You do not need to know the length of the word. You just need to know that we have this negative indexing, so the last character can be approached by using this -1, can be accessed using -1. We can write string -1 and this n will be accessed. So this is how the negative string indexing is useful. Okay, now we have accessing character. How do we access the characters? So we can access characters using square brackets. This is just how we do it in the list. We use square bracket with the characters index position. So we write the name of the variable, and in the square brackets, we specify the index position. We write the position on which we want our value from. So and we enclose it inside the square brackets. So what happens in this case? The variable name is approach, and we get to this string Python, and then we check the index 0, and from the 0 index we take the value and then we print it in the console. This is why P is getting printed. Similarly, for fourth position, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 will be printed, hence O is getting printed. Similarly, if I try to access the last element, I can use the negative indexing, that is -1. -1 means the last character, hence n is getting printed here. So this is how you can access characters in a string. For example, if I try to show you, yeah. So I have my name is Shriya. So I can write this, and once I will run the code, it will return S. Why? Because it is getting to the 0th index and it is printing the value of the element that was there in the 0th index. And I can even use a loop here. For I in range 0 to length of name, range I. So what am I doing here is, okay. So what I am doing here is I am using a loop where I runs in a range from 0 to the length of this string. This length function returns the string length. So we are getting from starting from 0, and we are getting till the length of this string, and we are printing the value present on that index. So yeah, each of the letter is getting printed here. So this is how you can access any character inside the string. Then we have string slicing syntax. So this is how you can slice a string. Slicing string means we have to take a substring out of that string. For example, if I am writing programming and I want to take out program from it, that means we are doing slicing from here. So we are taking this program substring out of the programming. This is what string slicing is. So the syntax of string slicing is this. We write the string, and in the square braces we have we have to tell the start to index and we have to tell the stop index. So the start index is the starting point of the slice included in the result substring, and the stop index is the ending limit position excluded from the result string. That means the last stopping index will not be inside the resulting string. So let us try to do it here. So I have my variable, let it be A, and I am storing programming. And I want to take the substring program out of it. So how will I do it? So first I have to write the name of the string. Then I have to use the square braces. I will start from the 0 position. Why? Because I need to start from P. So starting from 0. And where will I stop? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So I write it 8. Since I only want program, I do not want the this extra m here. So I will write one extra because this won't be getting included here, right? So yeah. Now if I try to run it, let's see what we will get. We are getting program. Oh, why? Okay, my calculation was wrong. Okay. Okay. Now my counting was wrong, but my logic was not. Okay. So yeah, when I write this way, we are writing the starting point, we are writing the endings index, and then in this syntax, we are slicing out a particular word, that is program, out of the word programming. This is how you do the string slicing syntax. This is how you write string slicing syntax, that we start from here, we stop here. So yeah, this is how we do. Okay. So yeah, this is using the same example I just gave you. Okay. So it says we have to print name 0 to 7. So we will start from the 0th index and we will go to 7. So what will be printed? We will print program here. If I write it like 3 to 8, then we will start from the third index 0, 1, 2, 3. That means it will start from G here and it will go till 8. That is MM. Okay. Next we have print name. If you see it closely, we are not writing the start index here. We are just telling it that the ending string. What does it mean? It means that you have to start from the default starting, that is 0. So the default start is 0 itself. So if I do not write the start value, it will start from the first index, that is 0. Similarly, if I do not specify the stop index, then it will go throughout the word and will the stop at end. So the default stop will be end. So what we need to understand here is that the default start is 0 and the default stop is end. So if I try to do the same in this, I write print A. So I want you to start from index 6. No, I want you to start from index 3 and I want you to go till the end. So I'm not specifying where you have to go to. This means that you have to go to the default end. So yeah, it will start from the third index, that is G, and it is going till the last of it, that is this G. So this is how you do it. And if I do not write the start index, I leave it like this and I write it this. No, not this here. Or maybe I will let it. Oh. So what will happen here? The default will be 0. So it will start from the 0th index and it will go till third index. So this is how it works. These were the examples of it. Next says step parameter in slicing. So we can also use the step parameter here. What does step parameter means? That we are specifying how we are going to increment the count between character instruction. Right now we are moving one by one with each element. But if I specify the step that I want to take, then it will increment like that only. So for example, if I say, if I write it like this, wait, let me show you the example. Okay. Yeah, now you can understand both of them. Okay, so now if I run it, what will happen here? For the first case, when I am not specifying the step, it is taking the default step of 1. So it will take one by one each element from 0th index to the 7th index, yes. But if I am specifying 2, then it is taking a gap of 2 in between them. So what will it do? It will start from P. Then it is taking a gap of 2. Then that means it is in um, that means it is adding, it is getting incremented to 2. The index is getting incremented to 2, and it will reach to the this index that has O. So we will get O. Again, this 2 is getting incremented in the index, and we will reach R. Similarly, we will reach M. So this is how the step parameter works in slicing. For example, we have name Python here. And if I print name and I specify this too, see, we do not have to write the string start or stop. This means that you have to start from the default 0, and you have to write till end. And for each of them, you have to take the gap of 2. You have to increment the count by 2. So we first select P, then we leave Y and we print T, then we leave H, we print O, and we leave N also. So execution skips every alternate character. This is what happens when we use step parameter in slicing. Then we have reversing a string. If we want to reverse a string, we write it like this. We write we write -1 in the place of a step. That means you have to reverse it. You have to start from the last position, and you have to print the characters one by one. So while step is equal to -1 reverses, a negative step reverses the traversal direction, instructing the Python to step backwards from the end to the start. So this is how we can reverse a string. Let us try to do it. Yeah. So what happens here? We are reversing the name. So A is printed first, then Y, then I, then R, then H, and then S. So this word is getting printed here. So this is how you can reverse a string. Now you have to understand the essential string operations. The first one is concatenation. If I want to join two strings together end to end without any space in between them, or maybe the space we will get back to it too, then you use concatenation. For example, we have butter and we have fly. These are two different strings, but I want to join them together. So I will simply use this plus operator here. That is called the concatenation. I will concatenate these two words together. So butter and fly will join up to make a butterfly. So this is how concatenation is used. Then we can use this repetition operator to repeat a string as many times as we want. Then we have this in operator that is used to check membership. So if it returns true if a substring is existing inside a string and not in is used to check if the substring is absent in the string. So let us try them one by one. So yeah, let we have a string called what will we take? Lip. The first word is lip. And the second string that I am going to take is stick. Yes. So when I will use the concatenation here to add this both strings together to join them both, what I will get is a lipstick. So yeah, this is how concatenation works. Both of them are joined together. But what if I want a space in between them? I do not want them to be this close. Then I will write this space in between, and now we will get a space. So this is how you can use the concatenation operator. Then we have the repetition operator. So yeah, let us suppose I have the word hello, and I need to write it 3 times. So what will I do? I won't be writing hello, hello, hello. Maybe I can use a loop for printing hello as many times as we want, but we can also use this repetition. And this is done like this. Oh, not hello. Wait. Yeah. So what will happen here? Hello will be printed like this. Hello, 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 hello. So this is what repetition is used for. Then we have this membership operator. So if I write print H in A. So what will it print? It will print true. Why? Because H is there in A. But if I will print S H not in A, then what will I get? I will get false. Why? Because H is there. So this is how we do it. So this is how in and not in are used. This is the repetition and this is the concatenation. So these are the essential string operators that you need to know. So the first one here that we have to discuss is the string concatenation. What we do here is that we use the plus operator to join two strings without automatically inserting spaces. So the first word here, the first string here is hello. The second string here is world. And if I print first plus second, then it will print it. It will join the word together and it prints hello world. And if I use this separator in between them, then we have to have this space in the word in our printing statement. Then we have this string repetition. If I use this string repetition with a number, then the word is printed this many times like this. So this is how the string repetition works. Next we have this membership operator. We use this in to check if a particular string is a particular substring or character is present inside the string or not. Such as we are writing print p and Python, so we get true. And if I print with Java and Python, then it is false because that Java substring is not present in Python. Next, we have a string length function. So if I want to calculate the total character count of a string, then I use this length function that is written as len, L-E-N. This function is used to give the character count. So here the name is programming, and if I try to print the length of this name, then it gives 11. Why? Because there are total 11 characters here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. There are 11 characters, so it prints the length of the string by using the length function. Now we have case conversion methods. These are some of the methods where we can change how we are giving the output. So first one is the upper method that converts the characters of a string to the uppercase. Then we have lower method that converts all of them to the lowercase. Then we have title that capitalizes the first letter of each word. Then we have capitalize that capitalizes the first letter of each string. Okay. Then we have swap cases that swap case of all character. That means it makes the lower cases to uppercase and the upper cases are changed to lowercase. This is how the swap case work. So these are the methods that we need to understand. Now let us try to do it. I will write here. I will write my name, but I will use mixed cases here. Yeah, so this is how I am writing my name. So I want to format it accordingly. So I will use my methods. So the first one is the upper method. What does it do? It will change all the characters to the uppercase. If there are these characters in uppercase already, so it will change the other as well. So here, all the letters are changed into an uppercase. What if I want all of them to be in lowercase? Then I will use this lower method and it will change all of them to the lower cases. See, just like this. Then we have our title. I will tell you how it is used later. First, let us complete this. Okay, next is the capitalize. So what happens if I use this capitalize? Then it only Yeah. What have I written, bro? Okay. So, yeah, when I run this, what happens? It will only capitalize the first letter here, and it will make all of the other letters in a lower case. And lastly, we have our swap case, and its function is to swap lower cases to uppercase and upper cases to lowercase. So here when you will see the answer, S, H and A were small here. So now S, H and A are capital. R, I, Y was capital in this case, but now it has become small. So this is how you use this of them. These methods. Now if I will try to explain you the title method. So it is used in a sentence. If I say I am a girl. Okay, I'm a girl. So if I print this sentence using title, what will happen now? So for each of these word, the first letter of the word is getting capitalized. So this is how title works. Capitalize does the same thing, but it does it for a word, but title is used for sentences as well. Title capitalizes first letter of each word. This is the difference, and capitalizes first letter of a string. This is the difference between the two of them. These are the methods that you need to remember while working with strings. Okay, next is the searching method. If we want to search character or an element using index or by anything, then we have this searching method. The first one is find, finding a substring. So when I write this find method and I put a substring in the argument, it returns the index of the first match or -1 if not found. Then we have this index method that returns index of the first match or raises value error if not found. Okay. And then we have this count of substring that counts as the total occurrence, that how many times it occurs in the string. Then we have starts with sub. So it checks if the string starts with this prefix. And similarly, we have ends with sub that checks if a string ends with suffix. So let us try to check this out. So I have a word here that is called preschool. Okay. So this is my word, right? Now, if I want to check if this word has pre in it, then what will I do? I will write print a dot find pre. So what will it return? It will return 0. Why does it happen? Because we are checking if this pre substring occurs in A, and then if I find it, it will return the first index where it is found. Now if I change it and I would write this substring, then I will get 6. Why? Because the first letter O starts from the 6th index. But what if I write GHI, which is not present in there, so it will return -1. If the substring is not present, then it returns -1. The other way to do the same thing is using the index. Okay. Yeah. Is using the index, and we write. Let us see for SCH. So what does it do? It will return the index. So it is returning third string. Why? Because SCH, the S starts from the third index itself. What if I will change it to GHI from the just like the first condition? Then it won't be returning -1. Instead, it will return a value error that a substring is not found. This is the difference between find and index. Find just return -1, but index returns value error. So these are these two. Next, we have to count the. Okay. Next, we will check starts with. So I will check if A dot starts with pre. So what does it mean? It will check if this substring is starting from pre. If yes, it will return true. If I check the same condition, let us check if it's starting from this. Then it will say false because this doesn't start the word stored in A. Similarly, I can check if a word or a string ends with a particular substring. So what will it say? It will say true because yes, it oh yeah. Now it will work. Yeah. So now it is saying true. Why? Because A is ending with ool here. But what if I write dool? Then it will say false because this tool is not there. So these are the some of the methods that you need to consider for searching method. And there is one more thing here that I would like to tell you. Let us write it like this. So let us consider that this is our new string, even if it doesn't make any sense. But just imagine. Now if I use this method, then what will it do? It will search if this substring is present inside or not. If it is present inside the string, then it prints the count of how many times the substring occurs. So it says 5 by first whole, second whole, third whole, fourth, and the fifth. So this whole substring is coming 5 times in the string. So we are getting the output as 5. So this is how we use count method. Okay, so next we have this string replace method. So we use this replace method to replace one word by another, such as there is a text called I like Java. The new text is text dot replace Java by Python. So we are getting to this word Java and we are replacing it by the new word that is Python. So next, if I would write this using print statement, then in the console I will get I like Python. So this is how the replace method works. Then here is a way of removing white spaces. Whenever we write a string, maybe there are some kind of spaces, trailing spaces, or maybe leading spaces, or maybe there are spaces in between them. Then we use these methods. The first one is the strip method. Strip methods removes both leading and the trailing spaces from both the ends. That means it will remove spaces from both the ends. If I use L strip, then it will remove spaces from the left side. If I use R strip, then it removes the trailing spaces from the right side. So this is how we do it. This is how we remove the white spaces. Okay, now we have splitting and joining. So we have this split separator. So, okay, split is a function by which we can separate a string by using a particular delimiter. For example, look at this here. There is a text A, comma B, comma C. Now I want to extract each element here. I want to extract A, B, and C. But how will we do it? So we use delimiter. We split this string using this delimiter, that is comma, and after splitting, I am storing each one of them in this items list. So A, B, and C will get separated and will be stored in the list. This is how we use split. Split strings into a list based on delimiters. We need to specify the delimiters. Maybe it can be comma, maybe it can be space. And just like the reverse of this split, we have this join method where we get an iterable and we can join them together with a delimiter. We have to specify what delimiter we want. If we do not want any delimiter, we can just leave this space empty. And then we will join all the elements present in a list together into a string. So this is how join is used. So split is used in dividing a string into a list using delimiters, and join is used to join elements of a list into a single string. So you have to remember about split and join, these two methods. This is used for converting a string into a list and a list back to string. Okay, now we have this checking method. We can check if the elements inside the string are digits, number, or a mixture of them. Similarly, we can check if they are lower or upper, and we can check if there is a space or not. So these are the methods by which we can do it. Is digit is used to check if the string contains only numbers. Is alpha is used for checking if there are only alphabetical letters inside the string. Then we have L-num that checks there are alphanumeric characters inside it. Then we have lower or upper that checks if there are only lowercase characters and only uppercase characters inside a string. And then we have this age space that says that the string is made up of white space only. So these are the methods to check. Okay. Then we have this escape characters. We need to remember it. It is one of the important topics. Okay, so we have used it earlier as well. The \n is used for making a new line. If we are writing a string and we have to print that string out, we can use this escape characters for printing our expected output on the console. So \n helps us in printing our text in the next line. Similarly, \t helps us to provide a tab space. Then double backslash is used to print the actual backslash. And if I want to print a quotes inside it, then we have to write a backslash before the quotes so that it doesn't start another string inside the string. Okay, so yeah, this is how you use the escape characters. Okay, then we have this string formatting. What does it say? This is the way of printing the string as in the output. The first one, we can write it like this. We can write the string values inside the double quotes, and whenever we have to put a variable, then we can simply write a variable name which is separated by a comma. So comma is important in the traditional formatting, but in the modern F string formatting that is preferred in Python now, we write this F letter and then enclose whatever we want to write inside the double quotes. And for variable, we write it inside this curly braces. So this curly braces is used whenever we want interpolation. Okay, so this is how string formatting is done. Now we have some practice questions here. Okay, let us do it. Okay, so we have to write a Python program to reverse a user input. So this is a simple one. I am taking a input from the user and your string, and whatever string we will get here, we just have to reverse it. So we will use the slicing here and we will use the negative index. So yeah, this is how you do it. For entering my string, I will enter apple. So we are getting the reverse of that word. This is how you print the reverse of any string. The next question says count the number of vowels present in a string. Okay. So, wait. So we will again ask for our user to give us input. For I in A, now we are iterating over each element in A. So for I in A, we will check if I in A, E, I, O, U. We are checking if it is present in this list of vowels. If it is, then we will print. No, we will increment our count. Okay, so before that, let me make our count variable here. Yeah, so we will increment the count. And lastly, we are going to print this count variable here. So let us take this example. I will take elephant. So what will happen here? Yeah, it is printing 3. Why? Because there are three vowels here. The first one is E, then this E and A. There are three vowels, so it is printing the count to be 3. So this is how you can count the vowels in any string. Number, yeah, okay. So the next question is check whether a given string is palindrome or not. So you have to first understand what a palindrome is. Okay, let me show you. Why is there no easy word? Okay, let's take this. हम आ जाएंगे 10 मिनट में खत्म है बेचारा मर गई Okay, so this is how you can find the palindrome. Okay, so palindrome are those words which when even if they are reversed, then it will make the same word. See here, the spelling is CIBIC from when I will see from the start. Now, if I see from the back side, from the right side, the spelling is same CIBIC. That means if I will consider a word from the starting or from the lasting, the word remains the same. That means a palindrome is a word, number, phrase, or other sequence of character that is the same from forward and backward, such as race, car, madam, or the number 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. So, if you will consider this, if you consider this word level, we have level. If I read from the backward, we have level. So the spelling is same. The word remains the same. This is what the palindrome is. So I will write this simple code here. I will take the input from our user and I will check if A is equal to A is reverse. Then I will say that yes, palindrome. If not, I will say not palindrome. No. Oh, so let us see. So what we are doing here, we are checking if if the word from forward and if we reverse the word, so from the backward, if both of them are the same, then we say that it is a palindrome. Let us check for the word level. Then I will take yes, it is a palindrome. Let us check for madam. Then I will say yes, it is a palindrome. Now let me check with my name only. So yeah, if I will write Shriya, then no, it is not a palindrome because the spelling of it doesn't match if I will read it from the backward. So this is how you can check a palindrome. Next is the count the total number of words in a sentence. So again, we can write it. We will get a input from our user and for each word in this sentence, we will increase the count and lastly I will print the count. Let me initialize it as well. Okay. So now I will do this. I will write this is a very good day. And now when I will run it, wait a minute. This is a very good day. Yeah. Now I'm going to run it. Oof, this is a very good day. Now it is working. So what I am doing here is I am taking a string and now I am splitting the string by the delimiter, that is space. So for each space I am separating the elements here and I'm storing it in a list. And for each of that element in the list I am increasing the count. So now this sentence is broken down for each word, and for each word the count is incremented and finally the count is printed. If I do not use this split here, then it will print the total number of characters inside the whole sentence. That is why I was getting 24 in the starting. Okay, yeah, this is why I was getting 23. If I put a full stop right here, then I will get 24. Okay. Then we have to replace all spaces in a text string with the underscore. Okay, so let us consider that our text is string is hello my friend. So this is my string that we are going to consider here. And now I am replacing the old one. I am replacing the old with new. And then I am going to print 8. So what will happen now? Wait a minute. That means it only returns it. We don't store the value. We are not storing the value. No, that is why it is happening. Okay, yeah. Now it will work. So what we are doing here, we are replacing all the spaces with the underscore. If we want to do it the way we were doing it before, then we have to store the value of it in the another value. Why? Because this replace function returns a value. It doesn't store the value itself. It doesn't change the original text. It does just return the new string. So we have to store it, and then if we will run if we will print the new string, then it will get printed. So yeah, this is how you can do it. So these were all the practice questions that we have to do in this topic. There are some of this question that you can do for practicing further of this topic. So far we learned about that strings are immutable, ordered sequence of characters created via quotation marks. We learned about indexing and slicing, and we learned about the methods and f strings.